Just when you thought things with this week's update to GTA Online could not get any worse, well, they just got a whole lot worse. I try to be very realistic in my videos, and if you watch my Red Dead Online content, then you definitely know we talk about things that Rockstar is doing to the game, and no matter how bad they get, I always like to stress that things will only get worse as time goes on, and they certainly don't get better. Well anyways, with that being said, we do have some pretty sad news for last-gen players. Those GTA Online players out there on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, Rockstar just announced that they're stopping support for various features for their game on these platforms, and this video will be breaking down everything you need to know in regards to these changes. It's not the absolute end of the world, however, there are two very important points that I would like to discuss today as well, so without taking too much of your time, I have this quick video for you to discuss all this. So with that being said, let's get started. If you enjoyed this video at any point, or if you just find it helpful, let me know by dropping a like on it, and if you want to stay up to date with everything Grand Theft Auto Online and Rockstar games, then please consider hitting that subscribe button with your bell notifications turned on. Let's just start off with Rockstar's announcement that I will read to you so you have their official quote in regards to the news. What's crazy here is they just sort of snuck this into the middle of our weekly update Newswire post, which, by the way, this weekly update is already not that great. I'm not going to harp on it too much in this video. If you want to see all the changes, or if you're curious why it's not really that good at all, then check out my weekly update video that I uploaded yesterday. I will have it linked down in the description below. But let's discuss Rockstar's quote. They said, "As we begin to approach the limits of what's possible within the technical capacity of previous generation consoles, we are taking necessary steps to allow for future GTA Online updates in PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and as part of these changes, the Rockstar editor, including any clips or projects saved in the editor, will no longer be available on PS4 and Xbox One consoles as of February the 20th, 2024. The Rockstar editor will continue to be fully supported on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. This update will help to ensure the stability of these platforms and keep them updated with GTA Online editions for as long as possible. For more information on the Rockstar editor changes, including how to export and save editor projects on PS4 and Xbox, please visit our support site. I will leave that link in the description below as well so you can see how you can take advantage of that. Now, this is a significant move by Rockstar, and it's part of a larger trend that we've been seeing. Last-gen consoles have been gradually receiving less attention, with updates and features increasingly focused on new-gen consoles and PC. You know, like HSW vehicles and the Vinewood Car Club. Those are just a few examples of updates that didn't make it to last-gen. They actually haven't even made it to PC either, but let's just focus on consoles for right now. This shift isn't just happening in GTA Online, it is a trend across the gaming industry that's signaling the end of an era for PS4 and Xbox One. Those consoles are getting really old, and there's only going to be more and more players upgrading to PS5 and Xbox Series X and S as time moves on, even if you have not upgraded yet. So part of this is Rockstar just being yet another example of a larger industry trend. However, that still doesn't mean that this won't hurt players who are active on GTA Online on those platforms right now. Now, Rockstar's reasoning behind this move is to maintain stability and allow for future DLC updates and expansions on last-gen consoles. But we have to ask ourselves, how long until Rockstar stops supporting last-gen consoles entirely? It's a worrying thought for many players who haven't made the jump to newer systems yet, and this statement by Rockstar isn't something I'm entirely convinced by either, because they do have a track record of announcing things in the past, and then sometimes they just don't come true in the future. Story mode DLCs for GTA5 were announced, and then they were stealthily repurposed into GTA Online DLCs many years later. But we did have official confirmations by Rockstar that players would get story DLCs, and we just never got them. PS3 and Xbox 360 are entirely shut down at this point, but even before the servers were turned off at some point into the life cycle of PS4 and Xbox One, I think around 2015 or so, those consoles stopped receiving all the DLC updates and expansions that GTA Online on PS4 and Xbox One were getting. So no Finance and Felony, no Bikers DLC, no import-export, etc. I don't really know if anyone remembers watching this video, but we actually discussed a similar topic only 8 months ago back in April when we got news from Shinobi and TezFun 2 in regards to Rockstar's keen interest in going full speed ahead with current gen. In that video, we discussed the looming possibility of these platforms being left behind in favor of the more powerful newer consoles. However, with the latest news about the discontinuation of the Rockstar editor for last gen, it does seem like our concerns are slowly becoming a reality here. In that previous discussion, we did highlight how GTA Online's journey across 3 console generations was showing signs of extreme strain on those older systems. The game's performance issues like lag and frequent crashes were becoming more apparent, pointing towards an inevitable shift toward the newer consoles, and we speculated that this transition might not happen immediately, but probably perhaps happen over time and align with major updates like a winter DLC. But fast forward to today, we did get a winter DLC on last gen, but we now have Rockstar's decision to phase out key features on last last gen, and to me that's a clear indicator that the end of support might be closer than we think. Like I said, we're still getting DLCs on last gen, but I don't really see it lasting that much longer. I could be totally wrong, and I hope I am, but perhaps we only get 1 or 2 more DLCs on old gen before then they announce that they're ceasing that entirely as well. Now, just in terms of the community's reaction here, it's definitely skewed negative. The Rockstar editor might not have been everyone's go-to feature in this game, but its removal is symbolic. It represents that dwindling support for a platform that many still use and love, and it's more than just about losing a feature. It's about seeing the end of an era approaching. But now, this is where I want to talk about PC. Where does this leave us PC gamers? It's a complex situation in my opinion because we've been in a league of our own for the longest time. Before the advent of PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, if you wanted to experience GTA Online at its peak, with more stable and higher frame rates, ultra high quality textures, PC was your go-to platform. We've enjoyed the benefits of superior hardware, but when it comes to the latest and greatest in terms of game content, we've often been left out in the cold. And with current gen consoles now offering a solid 60 FPS experience, the gap in performance has undoubtedly narrowed here, yet it's baffling why PC hasn't received all of the expanded and enhanced features that current gen consoles have. Take for instance the Animals update with the Chop Shop DLC from December 2023. There's no technical reason that we can see for this omission here. Most gaming PCs, unless they're on the extreme budget end, can handle these features like max settings, enhanced textures, HSW vehicles, animals, you name it, without breaking a sweat. But Rockstar hasn't brought these updates to PC, and this makes me wonder about Rockstar's specific plans. There were tons of assets and references for next-gen expanded and enhanced game features built into the title updates that PC received, so were there initial plans to bring all this to PC that were later shelved? I thought maybe they were doing a staggered release, much like their usual approach between console and PC games for new game launches, but that hasn't happened yet. And now with the latest news about Rockstar Editor being maintained on PC, unlike last-gen consoles, it is clear that Rockstar is lumping PC with the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S as quote-unquote current-gen platform, yet we're still missing out on all of the current-gen content. It's like being recognized as a part of the current-gen club without getting the full benefits, so I think that's wrong. So what's the holdup? What is Rockstar waiting for? PC players have been stuck in this state of limbo for far too long. It's not just about the performance anymore, it's about the content, the features, the full experience of the game that we paid just as much money for as players on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. And sure, while the PC platform is plagued by cheaters and modders, and Rockstar's efforts to curb this have been just about minimal here, that shouldn't be a barrier to delivering content to the players. From a game design standpoint, these are separate issues. The bottom line is PC deserves the full GTA Online experience, just like the console counterparts. We've got the hardware capability, we've got a sizable enough player base, and we've certainly got the enthusiasm. So I think it's high time that Rockstar delivered on the content front too. But with all that said, I think that's all we have time for today. We're going to be wrapping up our discussion for this video. We've discussed all the major developments in regards to GTA Online that were announced by Rockstar with this week's GTA 5 Online update, the gradual phase out of GTA Online support for last-gen consoles, the peculiar situation of PC players missing out on current-gen content, and the broader implications of Rockstar's recent decisions. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the matter in the comment section below, so let's get some conversations and discussions going. I did also say that Friday is when I have my discount buyer's guide as well as the free vehicles performance guide out on the channel, but I had to cover this news first because it was breaking, so expect that addition to our weekly GTA Online video series to go live tomorrow. Basically, everything is just getting pushed back one day on my content schedule. With all that said, hopefully you all enjoyed the video here today, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with all the best GTA Online and Rockstar Games content, then please consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single thing we post here on the channel. If you guys want to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube. You can find all of my social media links down in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next GTA Online video tomorrow. Adios, amigos.